Hello there. Today I watched the movie Reliance and now I want to review it for you. It's a thriller comedy from writer, director, and lead actor Jake Johnson. He's supported by Anna Kendrick and Biff Whiff, as well as an assorted cast of Hollywood celebrities playing themselves. The story follows Tommy, a normal everyman who is invited to take part in a new reality television show on the dark web. For a month straight, hitmen will try and find Tommy and kill him. If he manages to survive the month, they'll give him $1 million. There's one big catch. They will only attack him when he's alone. Realizing he can win without fighting, Tommy takes on their challenge with the help of his family members, a homeless man, and a stranger from the internet. The story is a mix between psychological horror and a comedy about a guy in a ridiculous situation. The story focuses on how absurd the television show concept is and on laughing at the different situations Tommy finds himself in. There's a little bit of romance when Tommy meets Maddie, an online stranger. There are a few close encounters where he's stalked, and there are also 2 small action sequences where he's attacked. For the cast, you have Tommy, Maddie, James, Tommy's family, and the showrunners and their employees. The show employs ninja-like production assistants, minor celebrities to deliver their messages, and is led by a couple of foreign CEOs. Tommy is a selfish, unreliable man in his late 30s who still lives at home with his mother. He doesn't have any friends and he suffers from a severe lack of confidence. He jumps at the opportunity to have something strange happen, but still shows concern for those around him during his pursuit of entertainment. Maddie is a lonely and slightly desperate woman. She's also carefree, a lot of fun, and quick to support her friends. She's even willing to make a total ass of herself to try and make them feel better. Her big flaws are her naivety and her inability to get serious. James is a homeless man who's just grateful to be included. His mind isn't all there, but he tries his best to help Tommy. Visually, the film follows Tommy through his daily life for the 30 days of the game show. We see him going to the gym, to work, and relaxing at a bar. As the days go by, Tommy becomes increasingly paranoid and ends up changing locations several times to feel safe. For big standout moments, you have a few tense scenes where Tommy senses something or someone nearby and seeks out the source, and 2 small action moments. Sound-wise, the film uses instrumentals to simulate danger and help create tension throughout the movie. It also uses a few original songs to create a nice atmosphere during montages. Outside of that, most of the film is silent. Okay, so how did it do? The story makes sense, but it isn't exciting. The film creates the expectation that Tommy's life will be under constant threat, and then it just isn't. For the month, we watch him get more paranoid and increasingly desperate, but he's only attacked once and it's a pitiful attempt. Most of the focus is on the comedy and a little bit of romance, and these aspects are okay, but the film doesn't go deep enough into either of them either. The jokes are sparse and lacking in variety, and the romance section comes down to 2 people spending time together in a hotel. Not much happens and the story just fizzles out. The ending in particular was a giant letdown. Cast-wise, there aren't any bad performances in the film. There are a lot of comedic roles with a few funny lines, and everyone delivers them well. No one seems out of place. That said, there's no room for anyone to stand out either. There's not much emotion, and the jokes are fairly mild across the board. The closest you get is Jake Johnson playing out the emotional journey of Tommy. He starts off fairly even-tempered, but becomes more unhinged as the film progresses. He gets a couple of moments of extreme anger and fear to play out, but fails to make them truly special. Visually, the film does an okay job of the journey. It's clear and concise, and everything is shot well. There's just nothing special about it. The locations, the costumes, and even the journey is mundane. The one fight scene they have is a 10-second scene of Tommy getting choked before he finds a way to escape, and the second is him being chased through a warehouse. Talk about anticlimactic. Sound-wise, it's the same thing. The music is good at creating tension in small bursts and adding a little bit to the atmosphere, but it never stands out. The only song that does stand out is the one drum beat tension track that they used 15 times. It gets so repetitive by the end of the film that you just want to turn it off every time you hear it. The silence does allow for the humor to be delivered unimpeded, but often it just felt like a missed opportunity. They could have punctuated the jokes or tried to make the film a bit more entertaining. Overall, Reliance is a film. The story isn't terrible, it's just boring. They started with a good concept and didn't go anywhere with it. Tommy is an alright character and the film does have some decent humor, but there's just nothing going on. If you really like Jake Johnson and want to support his career, you could try this out, but I don't see any other reason to watch the film. It's just too bland. As for a rating, I'd give the film a 4 out of 10. Remember, these are just my thoughts on the film. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Bye-bye.